our program, the Ulster County Outreach Program. We work to connect folks with medication for opioid use disorder, detox, and rehab. So we do that through a street outreach approach. We are able to provide free transportation, round trip to the first outpatient visit, or one way, one time to the first inpatient visit through our transportation program. We also work to just give out a vast array of harm reduction supplies. We're available through text Monday to Friday, anytime, to deliver Narcan, fentanyl test strips, bleach kits. We have like wound care kits and other kinds of supplies that are able to support our clients. So we work to be available that way and do different community events, street outreach, to connect with people in a more light touch sort of way. But so our clients that we work with in a more intense sort of way, we work with a lot of community partners, including Oracle and Samadhi, to be able to accommodate different folks' needs. So like, for instance, right now, we've been having a lot of just like technical difficulties with our transportation program. Our vendors have just been not able to accept as many rides due to just some issues with like insurance policies and stuff like that we're working out internally. But we were able to get a ride for clients through Samadhi, and Oracle was really great with working to help us out with that last week. But if anybody has questions and wants to ask me that now.
I just wanted to ask about your harm reduction. Can you give us more information how the harm reduction works out? Thank you.
Yeah, so we do have a syringe exchange program here at HVCS. So we're really fortunate to be able to work in tandem with our syringe exchange to help our clients access sterile supplies. So our vans are parked in Kingston and Poughkeepsie on opposite days. So in Kingston, they are on Tuesday and Friday at the intersection of Elmendorf and Broadway Street. And in Poughkeepsie, it's parked in the Chance parking lot on Mondays and Thursdays. So anytime outside of those hours, folks can reach out to us or to the syringe exchange coordinator to also have those supplies delivered. We are able to sometimes accommodate syringe delivery ourselves if they're already a client that's working with us for Narcan or other things, or our syringe exchange coordinator, Frank, is always very willing to go to people wherever they are within the county. So we do also provide some like light touch harm reduction counseling, which Stephanie is really passionate about and does a great job with. So yeah, we try to integrate the harm reduction model into what we do, especially in our street outreach, to kind of engage folks with those more light touch conversations, build a relationship. And it's been pretty successful to retain contact and keep people engaged, so that later on, if they are considering any sort of treatment or MOUD, we have an established relationship with them.
What are these? Can you give us the supplies? What type of supplies are you able to give them? Just wanted to know the details. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for asking. So we do give out sterile syringes on the syringe exchange, and we're able to deliver those. We also give out bleach kits. So those have bleach, sterile cottons, sterile tourniquets. And we also give out fentanyl test strips. So those packages come with the test strips in them, some sterile cookers, some sterile water, so that people who don't have access to clean water, maybe, or a sterile supply to test the drug in, have everything that they need to test right there. We also give out safer sex kits. Those have all different types of condoms and lube in there. So, insertive condoms, regular condoms, lube, dental dams, all that kind of stuff. We give out wound care kits. So for folks who inject and may have like sort of especially bloody wounds going on, there's a lot of different sterilizing things inside of those. And we have sharps containers for safer disposal. I think that's everything we have. Stephanie, can you think of anything else? We kind of get random things in every now and then because we do work with our other programs here, like the syringe exchange and our testing program. So sometimes they're able to get us over some additional nice things if they have extra.
I was thinking we have just some other to bridge gaps with our clients and to open conversation and to also help them understand like that they can trust us and we're there for them. We're able to give out things like cold weather supplies, things like hoodies, gloves, hats, some easy access foods, things that you can eat without teeth, without having to cook it, things like that, that can help kind of bridge a gap and create relationships as well. So that is also a really important part of the outreach work that we do, is like being able to provide clients with things that they need that aren't maybe exactly geared toward harm reduction, but are geared towards helping us create relationships.
So for those carrying the harm reduction instruments around, how if you give them the certificate or something to, I'm aware they do get a certificate. Is that so? So that if they're, because some clients they do get stopped by the police officers and they don't have, what do we do? Do we give them certificate or something?
All of the clients that are involved in our syringe exchange program have a card that they get for that they carry inside of their wallet, and that has an identification number that shows that they are a part of our syringe exchange program. It's not as necessary anymore because it is now legal to carry syringes in New York State, but it can be really helpful in interactions with police officers. And as far as our Narcan training goes, in each one of our kits that we give away when we do a training, it actually does have a certificate of completion for the program. So we give them out one of these that has their name filled out and also like our prescribing doctor that allows us to give the Narcan. And this is also a, I always forget what this is called, but this is another
It's a
certificate that says that
standing
they are allowed.
order.
Thank you. Standing order that allows them access to the Narcan. Since Narcan is technically a prescription drug, this like acts as their prescription and says that they're allowed to have it and carry it. So anyone that goes through a formal Narcan training with us at one of our outreach events leaves with these pieces of information to carry.
Yeah, and so yeah, syringes are decriminalized here now in New York. That was a pretty recent development over the last few weeks. So if I've seen a ton of articles about it that I can forward along if anybody wants to read a little bit more about just the policy around that now. But yeah, so prior to that law taking effect, and even still in some cases, we expect that some clients may need this, but sometimes folks don't always carry their syringe exchange card on them, and they end up getting a charge for carrying the syringes. So our syringe exchange coordinator Frank regularly kind of writes notes letting the court know that the person was enrolled in the syringe exchange from the date that they entered the program, and usually the charges are dropped after that. We've also been very fortunate to get the supplies from the Oracle team, so care bags and different things to give out to our clients that have definitely been very supportive. So thank you, Juliana.
So this is really great information, guys. So if a community member watches this info session, so oftentimes we host these info sessions for our partners, but we're going to send this out to our community. If a community member watches this and is like, I really want to take advantage of the services they're offering, is there a way that they can get to you before you get to them? So this is a street outreach program, but if they want to utilize these services, how do they get in touch?
Yeah, so people can call us anytime at the phone number 914-610-5324. We also do take texts at that number. So we also have a Facebook and Instagram that we're very active on, both of them. Those are both at Ulster County Outreach Program. So we try to get them like our flyer up in different Facebook groups like Kingston Mutual Aid to spread the word that way. So we're very easily accessible through even a message if people are uncomfortable, like making an actual phone call or just don't have the means to do that. And I guess since this is being recorded, I know that everybody here already knows about some of the other supportive programs, but if anybody was to watch this, in addition to our ability to help connect with detox and rehab and provide the transportation, we also have some other supportive programs through the healing communities where we're able to get a motel voucher for folks who are entering inpatient treatment or coming out of it. And we've also been able to give out some bus passes for the UCAT buses here to help folks retain treatment when they are coming out. So that's been very helpful as well, and shown a lot of success with people.
Is there anything else that you want to share, or anything, Danielle or Juliana, that you have?
Yeah, I wanted to ask what you guys do take the syringe drop off. You have a syringe drop off is it in Kingston, or where's the location? Because I know sometimes we get calls from people because we don't take syringe here, and we want to
Okay.
know. Yes.
So people can drop off syringes at the van anytime. Like I said, the van's in Kingston on Tuesdays and Fridays. It's there from 10 to 12 and 1 to 3. I can send you that information shortly. But so they can drop it off there. When the van is parked on Elmendorf and Broadway, there is a larger syringe box that people can put smaller boxes of syringes inside of just to drop them off quickly. Also, Frank, the coordinator, will come and pick up syringes, and they could be dropped off here as well. It's pretty accessible at 144 Pine Street. So there's multiple avenues for dropping off syringes, but I would say a good rule of thumb would be to just reach out to me at that phone number, and I can direct you to the best way on that particular day. We are also now hosting a weekly Narcan training on Wednesdays on Zoom at 11 a.m. So as we're transitioning into the colder months, we think that will make engagement higher and kind of, just bring new people in. So this week we actually had to cancel it because we do have just a department meeting and there was some internal conflicts with scheduling, but generally every week at 11 a.m. we will be on Zoom doing that. So I can send that flyer as well.
Do you have any examples of course, like de-identified, but like successes, anything you're really proud of that you would like to share with anyone watching this about your program, or something that's been accomplished, anything motivational perhaps for those seeking recovery?
Yeah, I guess I actually in the past week or so have had two really empowering successes that have come up to us with a few of our clients. But so most recently, one of our clients who had just reached out to us a few months ago and was looking to go inpatient, and we worked with him throughout the summer to obtain detox and rehab multiple different times. We were able to stay in touch, but sometimes the communication would be a little bit off and I wouldn't be sure what was going on. That happens a lot with different folks. But so when they had gotten out of rehab the last time, I hadn't heard from them in a while, and I reached out to just let them know, that we were here, but I would be disenrolling them. And then they got back to me and they said that they were doing great. They came in and they asked for information about KSAC courses and SERPA courses, and I ran into them and they actually are pursuing a SERPA course. And so, they were really, really grateful and, thanked me so much and were really emotional about it. And I told them, and this was all I was thinking, like, I feel like I met you at the end of this very long journey for you. Like, I have no idea what this was like up to the point when we, were able to connect. And I'm glad that we were able to make, a difference in your life, but you really did this. Like, I have no idea. I really didn't know what was happening with you in between these times. So that was really awesome to just, see him be so motivated and ready to take on that responsibility. And we also just recently had somebody that we were working with a long time to obtain different kinds of treatment. They were able to get into a methadone program, and that was working out for them, but it was so challenging for them to really see success because they weren't able to be housed, and they were, repeatedly trying to get housed by DSS. They had worked with us with our supportive services multiple times, and it was really, really becoming challenging for them not having a stable place to live. And recently they did obtain stable housing, and that was just a huge success. I mean, we worked with them for many months on that specific issue. So the difference now and the opportunities that it will open up for this person particularly was really awesome. So very personal success stories, not really a specific narrative to it, but we've been able to connect with people and make a difference in their lives. And especially recently, we've seen a lot of that just being reflected back to us, which is awesome.
But when you do your outreach, do you collaborate with other organizations to do a joint outreach within a month, or however you do it?
So we have not done that yet, though we are open to it. We've talked with Samadhi, and Cameron had spoken to me about another organization that they briefly talked with, but people have reached out to us asking that, and we are absolutely open to it, though we haven't done it before. I think that I'm not sure if I reached out to vet, but I've reached out to different veteran services like over the summer, trying to see if we could come in and do a Narcan training for anybody who is interested. So, if you have like staff members there or community members that are interested in learning about our services, we'd be glad to also come in and do a little info session there as well.
We would love to hear from anyone that wants to work with us, though. That is always a great opportunity. Shared resources or any information that we can help one another with is always a great way to grow the ways that we're working with our community. So we're always down for that.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we've been working on this Naloxone box effort with the other folks in the healing community study. So the Naloxone boxes, if you have never heard of them, they are a box that you drill into the wall that gets filled up with Narcan. So we've been working to put those in local businesses like gas stations, restaurants, and bars. So also places like community organizations. So if either anybody's organization wants a Naloxone box, just reach out to us and we'd be happy to come and install that. Or if you know a business owner or a place that you think like it would be really useful at, just definitely give us a tip.
All right, if there's no questions, then it was lovely seeing your faces. Thank you so much for coming out to the Hudson Valley Community Services Outreach Program info session. All questions can go to Camilla, Stephanie, Cam Coleman, or myself. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care, everyone.
Take care.